Hello there. So I was recently updating some videos for my foundation course, particularly on Facebook groups, and there have been a lot of changes lately. So I've created a little snippet here on a few of the most recent changes, including the ability for pages to now create groups and post in groups. So it used to be that here, just below the cover image, you would see discussion, members, events, videos, photos, files, and you would get to those sections here. And these buttons would be over on this side, like up in the cover, and the option to search would also be over here. So now, these that used to be in the cover are now here down below. And I was having trouble finding where everything else was. I was clicking here. I was like, okay, that's not it. And then I noticed, oh, they're over here. I was looking for our files in one of my groups. So when you are visiting a group, over here in the upper right corner will be the name of the group. And then all of those tabs that used to be here are now over on the side. So that was change number one. The next day, I noticed on one of my business pages that I had this option at the top to add a groups tab. So you may have seen these show up at the top of your page with new features that are available, right? If you're not utilizing them. So for example, some of you have been asking me about the reviews tab, how to add that. And so now it's up here because the process for reviews has changed. And I recorded a video recently about that whole process and how to get reviews. So definitely check that out. A lot has changed with that. You don't need to have an address. You don't have to be a local business, none of that. You just need to add the reviews tab. So if you're not seeing the group tab, like this one over here, you may just need to X out through some of the others. So as you X out, others will appear. If they don't, it's one of two reasons. You either don't have it for your page, or you'll just have to go into settings to find it. So click on settings, go to edit page, and then you'll be able to add tabs. So you'll need to scroll through your tabs. If you have third-party apps, you may have a long list like mine here. But you go down and you look for groups. If you don't see groups, look for the add a tab. When you click on that, you'll then have this option here, and groups should be listed. If it is not listed, that means groups has not been added to your page. So this isn't rolled out to all pages as of this recording in April 2017, but it's rolled out to some of my pages, not all. So I wanted to make sure I had this in here as an update. So if you do have the tab up at the top here where it says Add Groups tab, and you have the pop-up that comes up, and you click on Add a tab, you'll be redirected here to your Groups tab. If you don't, and you have to go to Settings, Edit tab, and add the groups, then you just need to come back out to your page, click on Page to come back out to the front, and scroll down to find the Groups tab that was added. It'll probably be at the bottom since you just added it. Click on Groups, and you'll be here. If you've added groups, they'll be listed, but I'm assuming you're doing this for the first time and there aren't any listed here. You'll see build community around your page. Facebook groups lets people connect with your page and each other. Now you can interact with people in your groups as your page, and your page can be an admin of these groups. To get started, link your group or create a new one. So what's interesting is pages can now create groups, but you can also link to existing groups and your page will become an admin of that group. So it'll list a few, these are just some I was using as a test. And so it's showing me those up front, but you can either create a new group or link a group. So we'll do both in this example. So I'm going to click on link your group, and what it will do is pull up a list of all of the groups you are an admin of. So if you're an admin of a group and you want to add it, you'll have the option to link through this list. So I am going to add the OBSA member support group, and I'm just going to click on link group. It'll tell me that the group is linked. You can link multiple groups to a page. And the type of group doesn't matter, but there are some restrictions on secret groups, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. So all the way down, I'm an admin of lots of groups, hit close, and then the groups you've added will populate here. So the page will now look like this. This is your groups tab. So when somebody clicks on groups, or you send them directly to the groups link on your page, which it has its own, just like events does and likes does, and reviews, you can send them directly to the groups section of your page. When people visit the page, they'll see one of two views. If they are members of the group, they will see joined, and they'll be able to go to the group from here. This is a clickable link. If they're not members and it's not secret, they will see the option to join group where they can request to join your group. Now, if you link a secret group, it will not be listed here at all. And if all of your groups are secret, let's say you add multiple groups and all of the groups you add to this groups tab are secret groups, the groups tab won't even show up on your page at all. So if there are no closed or public groups listed, it won't show up as a tab even though you've added it. So just keep that in mind. You can also create a group, but I'll come back to that. What I want to do is show you that once you do this, back out on your page, I'll go to the group and show it to you as well. But out on your page, there'll be a section over here, these sections that you can customize and move around. You now have a groups section, and you'll be able to move that farther up to the top if you want by clicking on Manage Section. This is covered in another video, so I won't get into it much detail about the sections here, but all of your groups will be listed here on the front of your page as well. And people, again, could go to groups, and you can make it up closer to the top if you'd like, and also see a list of your groups. Now let's go into the group because I want to show you something there as well. When you link a group or create a group with your page, it will then say over here the name of the group, the type of group it is, and then by, and it'll have your page name. So I'm using this as just a test page for this video, but because I linked that business page to this group, it now says closed group by and then the name of my business page. If I go into members, and I almost went down here because I'm used to it being here. If I go into members here and select admins, you'll see that the page is now listed as an admin of the group. Multiple pages could be admins of a group. So if I wanted to add one of my other pages, I could do that as well. So here you see there are two admins that are pages, both listed for the same group, along with actual people admins as well. Now, if you choose to create a group, click here on Create a Group, and you'll be able to name the group. It'll default to your page name followed by the word group, and you'll be able to add people. Now, you'll see that your business page is already added because the business page is the admin. You cannot add other business pages, even your own, to the group. Other business pages could be admins of your group if they add them to their page, but you cannot assign another business page as an admin. I tried typing it in here and it would not give me that option. I don't know if that's just because it's still rolling out, but as of this recording, that was not a possibility. You can start typing some names, invite people, you leave a personal message with your invitation, select the privacy of the group, what type of group you want, and then hit create. And of course, in the group, go into the settings. Just like any group, go in and modify your settings as necessary. So if I click create, I'll then, I could choose an icon. I'm just going to pick something random here at the end. Hit OK. You can also skip this. This is just to help you identify in a list. Now, you will automatically join the group. So if I go into members, me as the person has joined the group, but also my business page has joined the group. However, the only admin is the business page. So I'm automatically joined because this is my page. I'm the profile. I can remove myself, I guess, as a member if I wanted to, or add myself as an admin, but I'm not automatically made an admin. And again, it'll be what you called it, and it'll say closed group or secret group or public group by, and then the page. And so then you can do everything else that you normally would do with the group, adding different sections and whatnot. So you'll notice here that there is no files, videos, photos, or any of those other sections like in this group over here. And that's just because we haven't added any. If I upload a file, so I got to go back out, I got to get used to coming over here, and I add a photo, and then hit post, I'll now have a photo in the group. So let me refresh this. And now you'll see the Photos tab is here. So it won't show up unless it's relevant. If there are no files, there are no photos, you won't have those options here until you add those things. So if I were to create a poll, I wonder if poll would be an option there. Something like pick your favorite. And I'll just say option 1 or option 2, just for simplicity, and post. You'll also notice that the posts are from the business page, not from the person. So that's really interesting. The business page added a photo. The business page created a poll. Now, I'm going to refresh this one more time. Yeah, I just was wondering if polls would be one of the options here, and it looks like it isn't. I do want to try something else while we're experimenting here. If I remove my person from the group, so it's saying I would leave the group, I want to see if I am able to stay in the group. This group now only has one member. Let me just refresh it just to see what happens. And now I can still post in the group as my business page and not actually be in the group as my person. So this is great for people who want to interact with their community as their business page and not with their personal profile. You can create a group with your business page. You will automatically be added as its first member, but you could go in and remove your personal account as a member and still remain as the admin as your business page. So I'll come back and make another update as this develops, but I wanted to let you know that these options were available. It's something that's brand new. Not all pages have it, but I will keep an eye on this feature, and as it changes or develops further, I will come back and make adjustments and create a new video tutorial on this. But I wanted to let you know what is new in case you were wondering what the heck was going on with your groups. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you are a foundation course member, this video is being added to the updated version of the Facebook groups and events video in module 4. So look for it there. And OBSA members, you will also find it in the training tutorials page as its own standalone little mini tutorial. So if you have questions, ask in the OBSA Facebook group. I'll be glad to answer there or on our next live support call. If you're not a member and have questions, be sure to register for my next free Q&A. I do them live once a month on Facebook. You can register for free at monicaramos.tv/live, and there you should have access to some of my other video tutorials on Facebook and 22 Social and some other goodies. So thanks for watching. Again, I hope you found it helpful, and I hope to see you on the next Q&A. Take care. Bye-bye.